Let me be your leader.
Today we're about a week into the New Year holiday, which is about the time, in Luzhou anyway, where people start to get sick of their families and start going out again.
For me, it's like a 𝗵𝗂 time. 𝗵𝗂 time. It's like getting money.
I'm here at the very tippy tip of the peninsula of Luzhou, where the Tuo River meets the Qiang River, which is what you call the Yangtze River.
Chinese New Year's aren't really special to me, but I know it's special to him.
Are you a roller coaster person?
I usually am, but since I'm older, I get nauseous very easily.
If an alien was trying to parse Earth culture, I think they'd say holidays kind of around the world take their value from the repetition of tradition over time, no matter what the tradition is.
I just see them as holidays, but obviously I feel sorry for him because I know he wants to be around his family and we're only a flight away, but because of the virus, it's not as easy as it should be.
This is special because we did it last year and the year before, and Grandma did it when she was a kid, and blah, 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 blah.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
So it's basically like our New Year,
Yeah.
at a different time.
It just every year seems the same to me, like family being together and we do the dumplings. Maybe one year, like since when I was a kid, I was like 7 or 6, and they put the coins in the dumpling. Like they hide the coins in the dumpling, and like whoever eat the dumpling with the coin, it means like good luck, and you can get some extra money from it.
I've seen that pretty much everywhere I've traveled.
My grandpa used to like give us $100, like, don't tell your grandma.
It's generous.
Yeah, he was generous.
And also kind of universally in my experience, the way we get kids to buy in who don't have the value of nostalgia to make it feel special is we give them stuff. What age would you start giving 𝗵𝗂?
Oh, when you like relative have kids, like you're starting to give 𝗵𝗂 to them. Like, oh, they have just like when they're 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Do you feel like New Year's has changed a lot?
I think so. Before like Chinese New Year, when I was a kid, literally there's no one on the street at all. Like everyone has been there with their family. But now the club is open and like people actually trying to go out or like family travel or something.
I wouldn't drive in the city here. I don't drive in the city in America either.
I believe I'm a pig. And when I arrived in China, I think it was the year of the pig. I'm not too sure. Usually, like when grandparents wanna like spoil you, they'll try and like give you money, but like as a hidden surprise because you finish all your food or those kind of things. So at the bottom of your dessert, there'll be a 5 rand, which is actually nothing. But
You can buy a lot of candy with 5 rands when you're a kid.
When I was a kid, I figured out pretty young that there was no Santa Claus, because I saw some presents in my parents' closet that on Christmas Day were labeled from Santa. And so being a logical little kid, I told everyone Santa's just your mom and dad. They were not ready for that truth. When you were a kid, what did you do with your 𝗵𝗂 money?
Oh, that's another story. My parents is like, oh, let me just save it for you. Like, let me put it back, put it
away, yeah.
yeah, let me put it away for you, and
Yeah.
I will store it for you, and I will give you when you're 18.
Yeah.
Actually, they just spend it.
Yeah, of course they do.
Roller coaster. I've never seen this roller coaster works.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, it's like it never works. What's the point to have?
Fireworks is still a big thing in Dongbei, and like it means you get rid of the bad luck. Like, and then but here I don't see so much
Last year there were a few, but
not like
yeah, not annoyingly, like wake you
from
up in
6 in the morning. You're drunk from the New Year's night, and then the next day, 6 in the morning. Like, so this year is a cow year, and actually I'm a goat. So in Chinese theory, like these two animals are against each other. So it's like bad luck.
Wrong side, Chris. Let's switch sides.
In class, sometimes we read the story of Ping, which takes place on the Yangtze River. And I told my kids, that's here, that's our river. That's Chongqing River. And they actually were not very impressed at all. And my co-teacher was like, why is it called Yangtze? It's Chongqing. And I had to tell her, I don't know.
I'm not really into Chinese zodiacs, but then again, we have our own zodiacs, which I actually do believe in. Like,
Okay.
The problem is I do know why it's called the Yangtze River in English, but the explanation is so boring.
like I'm a Cancerian, and he's a Scorpion, and by the laws of zodiac, I don't know how to call it, we're a perfect match.
It has to do with the fact in Chinese, different sections of this same body of water are called different things along its length. And the Shanghai section, I believe, is called something like Yangtze. And so foreigners have just decided the whole river is called that.
It works out.
Yeah, and even in Chinese, a goat match with a pig. Yeah, we're a match.
Awesome. Good to know.
Yeah, into
systems.
systems.
Yeah. So it's meant to be. We kind of have something similar where we have ice cream. So after you finish your dinner, well, it's not Chinese New Year's, but it's like when you finish your ice cream, there's like some money at the bottom. Usually at your grandma's house, they'll put like a 5 rand at the bottom of your ice cream, and then you chew into that mint. It's disgusting.
After 9 years in China, with 9 Chinese New Years, I certainly don't feel like, oh, we're a part of the tradition now. But Peter and I do kind of have our own tradition, and I've started to feel connected to the holiday rather than it's just a thing that everybody else is doing around us that doesn't mean anything to us.
Well, we were hoping to see some fireworks, but I think they banned them in the city for this time being. I personally don't like them. I think they look amazing, but for animals' sake, I prefer not to have them.
That's why they banned it in
Pollution? No, it's cruel to animals.
Why?
Because dogs
Dogs
can hear like 40 times better than humans.
Our big celebration of it manifests in buying the decorations at the grocery store, but I feel like this is a special time of year, and I've started to look forward to it. And the time off is nice too. Are you a big amusement park person?
I am actually. Yeah, and it's about the family reunion together, like family be together. It's like a Christmas in Western.
Speaking of Western holidays, I bought this coat for the Shenyang winter, and the other day I found this little card, and it's our first Valentine's date that we went on. That's still in my jacket.
This is maybe the best ride at the park, though.
I think so. I've been in China for 3 Chinese New Years, but I've only been in China for 2 of them. I went back home to visit my family. So I only experienced last year, which doesn't count. And
last year it was a lockdown, so we can go nowhere, so just stay in your apartment.
Yeah.
Because I'm a teacher, we usually get off way before the actual holiday for Chinese New Year. And my tradition the past couple years has been to forget what day New Year's actually is.
Well, we obviously decorated. We have our door decorations, like I'm not actually sure what it means in Chinese, but it's a Chinese character on our
I would
door.
choose the best one.
Yeah.
I hate roller coasters. I don't want to feel like I would want to
Yeah,
throw up.
yeah.
Have you asked your parents for hongbao money this year?
No.
You want your hongbao money from?
Yes, I want my childhood hongbao money. Probably is like 50 kwai or something.
And so Peter and I end up having our feast on what's 2 days before New Year's Eve. And then I realized my mistake when there's no billion fireworks that night.
Last year,
Let's pass them.
it's the fastest we can go.
Oh no.
That's the fastest we can go. You need to slow down.
A couple days later, we're running out of the food that we stockpiled and all the stores are closed.
Actually, every family is different. They have different tradition. Like some family choose to have like a lot of just seafood or like meats and stuff. But
What's your favorite?
my favorite is my grandma used to cook me. Oh, it's gonna sound weird, but my grandma used to cook me the worm. You know, the black worm. Maybe it doesn't have here, but it's fried, so it tastes so good. I love it. So it's like, how to call it when it becomes before it becomes to a butterfly.
caterpillar.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. The fried one, and it tastes so good.
Our first couple years in China, we had some friends who invited us to have Chinese New Year's with their families, which was really fun and generous of them.
I'm not that bad of a driver.
Yeah, they should give you a license, I think.
I have a license. I just don't know how to drive.
Oh, okay. It turns out, like most holiday celebrations all over the world, Chinese New Year is a big dinner with your family.
I want to feed the small ones because they obviously don't get enough.
Oh, here you are. You.
So these raucous dinners would be like hanging out with other people's families, which, as if you're a long-time Uncle Foreigner follower, you know is my favorite thing to do. Hang out with a room full of people I don't know.
We do have a television show, like a Super Bowl or whatever, like every family getting together and then watch the show together.
So these days, Peter and I keep it more low-key. We usually have like a big Western feast is the way that we celebrate Chinese New Year. Just the two of us.
Oh, it's just people playing like people doing talk shows, and it's like 3-hour long show, and people are singing, people are doing like comedy, and people are like doing some talent skills.
In university, I did study abroad in Spain, and our program very nicely threw us a Thanksgiving. But nobody else in Spain was celebrating Thanksgiving. Only the Americans were. And like we went to a restaurant and they had turkey, but it wasn't like how the turkey's supposed to be. And it just ended up being like an uncanny version of what we all wanted. So it ended up being like more depressing than anything else. So what did you actually do last year?
We were stuck in our apartment
Yeah,
for
we
3 months.
we
We
just
tried to sneak out a few times, but obviously it's hard to get into places, get out of places, so it was just not worth the effort.
Yeah, I remember the one night we needs to climb out of the fence. It's like
Jump the gate,
jump the gate.
escape the prison.
Celebrating your own holidays abroad is always a little bit weird to me. I'm sure they're equipped for a crash.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gather with the whole family watching the show together. It's called Spring Festival Celebration. Yeah.
That.
I kind of, while abroad, kind of lock into the traditions that are happening locally. It's not really fun to do a thing by yourself. The fun of the holiday is doing what everyone else is doing. That was an adventure.
Hey, foreigner with your people.